The Fire Staff is getting nerfed, but I already have a solution before that patch even comes in. Welcome to the new meta that I've created specifically just to counter the bit of a nerf that the Fire Staff is actually going to receive in the upcoming patch, in patch number 4. So that is going to come from the Mage Robe. If you guys don't know, the Mage Robe actually has a different physical attack bonus, magical attack bonus compared to the Scholar Robe and the Cleric Robe. Let's look at that real quick. For the Cleric Robe, you do get plus 45. For the Scholar Robe, you do get plus 40. And for the Mage Robe, you get plus 50%. So this is 45, this is 50%. And coincidentally, the nerf to the Fire Staff is around 5%. So this is a way to still maintain your damage as a Fire Staff even after the nerf by adding just a little bit more physical damage to counteract the nerf. So that is going to be the thing that is mainly going to change for our build. It's the Mage Robe. And because we are using the Mage Robe, we're no longer using the Cleric Robe, and the Cleric Robe uses like 20% of your energy. That's why you needed the Limher's Cape. We are now switching the Limher's Cape for a Martlock Cape. The Martlock Cape, if you don't know, increases your defenses versus everything by 50% for 5 seconds. So let's say even if the Fire Staff gets nerfed just a little bit more than 5%, again, you're already compensating for this. Again, you're already compensating with this, but this Martlock Cape gives you 5 seconds of increased defense when your health drops below 25%. So that gives you more opportunity to brawl. That gives you more opportunity to deal damage. And during the fight, hopefully your E is off cooldown and you can just use your E to win the fight, especially when it is really, really close. So the entire build is still going to be the same. For those who haven't seen this build, and this is your first time seeing it, we're going to start with the Fire Staff. The Fire Staff, you have to have tier 6. You have to have level 85 on your base. So not on your specs, but on your base, you need to have level 85 to unlock the Searing Flame. To those who don't know, the Searing Flame goes like this. It is a skill shot that you aim with your cursor. If you are on quick release, quick press, or whatever, you aim it like that. And after hitting 3, you actually evolve or upgrade your Q ability to the Furious Flame. That is the 4th Q. So the Furious Flame deals 610 damage. The Searing Flame, which is the first 3 Qs, deals 300. So it doubles your damage for that Q ability. And what's good about this is your Furious Flame actually is equivalent to the Quick Cast E. That is like the 3 stages of the E. The 0-second cast time is equivalent to the 4th Furious Flame. And actually even adds more because it has 134 magical damage over time. For your Ws, you have several options here. You have 4 actually. The Flame Blast is something that you would use. This is the Flame Blast. If you cast it on yourself, it gives you mobility. If you cast it on an enemy, it deals damage immediately. And after 1.6 seconds, it deals more damage. So it deals around, call that 550 damage overall on 12 seconds cooldown. But if you cast it on yourself, if you're on the PC, press Alt and W. It automatically casts it on yourself. Gives you a little bit of a movement speed boost. 60% for 1.6 seconds. Actually really good for like chasing some frost bows, just keeping the distance. Really good for that. You could also use it against like arcane, any range for that matter. Most of the range you want to use the Flame Blast. You can also use your Wall of Flames. The Wall of Flames conjures a Wall of Flame in front of you, right? For 5 seconds, I believe. That's going to stay for 5 seconds. And whoever touches that, they will take 443 damage over 3 seconds and they will flee, meaning they will be feared away from your firewall. And this is actually kind of OP because if melees keep on touching that firewall, they will get feared until the firewall disappears, taking damage, getting feared, and not being able to go near you. So where do you use the Wall of Flames? You use it against dual swords, against spears, right? Against any true melees, you can use it there. Switching on to the Fire Wave. The Fire Wave deals damage as well, knocks your enemy back is the additional effect of this. And if your opponent is affected by Firebolt, Burning Field, or Searing Flame, basically your Q abilities, they take extra damage. And it knocks them back by 3 meters. So let's look at this. So if you W like this, it will deal damage. It will deal 335 damage. But if your opponent is actually affected by your Q ability, so just like this when they have dots, and you W, they receive more damage. Just a little bit more with 214 damage. This is really good against bears, against other... If you see like a cultist robe, this is also a really good skill to use. But yeah, against bears, you usually go with the Fire Wave and you switch over to the Gigantify Potion. For the artillery is the 3 fireballs. This is how it looks like. You cast 3 fireballs just like that. Boom. It has 2 stages, 2 damages, I would say. The direct damages, which is the orb, it deals 168 damage per orb. But what makes this specific skill really, really powerful is the dots. So let's do that again. It deals 46 damage, stacks 4 times, and it deals that damage every 0.5 seconds. So this is what it looks like. When you cast that, look at that. It stacks up to 4 times, which is insane. It's just insane amount of damage. And as long as they are inside that puddle, you are actually going to keep on stacking that up to 4. So even if you hit 1, just 1, the puddles keep on stacking, which is insane. This is where the damage comes from. So if you see anyone with no ability to cancel your W, you use your artillery and they pop Hunter Hood right away, just keep on using your Hunter Hood. Do not even be worried about, oh, they're reflecting my damage. No, don't worry about that. Just keep on full casting your artillery because you're actually going to deal significantly more damage. That's because the Hunter Hood, which is also the thing that we're going to use, only has 3 seconds duration. And your artillery lasts significantly longer than that. So keep on using it even though they have used their Hunter Hood. For your E ability, this is the Pyroblast. It has 3 stages, as I mentioned. Most of the time, you usually use the first and the last. So the last one over here is the full cast E. You press your E. It casts for 1.2 seconds. Deals that damage, a lot of damage actually, 1,000. But most of the time, what you want to do really is quick casts. Now, if you are on PC, you see me clicking right here, clicking like that. You see the circles. The way that you quick cast is if you have your target selected, press E and then just move. So I'll do it real quick right here. I press E and just move. Press E and just like spam right click. That makes it significantly more difficult for your opponents to actually time, because if you get caught with your full cast E and you get reflected, especially with the 125 reflect on the parry strike of swords after the buff, it's going to be very, very difficult to recover from. So make sure to always quick cast E whenever you have an opponent with reflex on. So that quick cast E right there. And you want to use your Furious passive as well, which increases your damage dealt for 4 seconds by 10% every 5 spell casts. So you just see it here. 2, 3. There is actually a visual representation. 4, right? 5. You see that? You see that red glow right there? You don't really have to worry about when you have the Furious passive on. You just kind of just do your thing. Just do your thing. And it will deal damage if it deals damage. But it is actually the best passive for when you are using Q3. Now let's move on to the helmet. This is still going to be the same. The Hunter Hood is going to be the meta forever. It feels like in Stalker Corrupted Dungeons. You have your Hunter Hood, which increases your damage resistance by 57 and reflects 85% of the incoming damage as magical damage. You also want to use your Balanced Mind for this one for extra damage and healing cast and extra defense as well. One of the changes that we have used is the Mage Robe. The Mage Robe with added physical and magical bonus. Obviously, the magical bonus is the only thing that you are going to take advantage of. You use the Purging Shield. This is actually one of the most underrated items in Stalker Corrupted Dungeons specifically. When you use it, you have that purple glow, right? And what it does is it prevents people from attacking you. Why? Because if they do attack you, they will be purged of their buffs. So I rarely use it against Hunter Hoods though, because Hunter Hoods, they have 3 seconds of duration. You can most of the time just not use it for that. You can just not attack your opponent if they have Hunter Hood on and you just walk around. Use your Purging Shield against other jackets or robes. So if they have Cleric Robe, purge that. If they have Mercenary Jacket turned on, purge that as well. If they have stacks, maybe against like a Trinity Spear, after they jump, you have your Purging Shield on, purge those stacks, because no stack Trinity Spear really is very useless. It doesn't have a lot of damage. Even though they are within the puddle, they are really not dealing a lot of damage there. So you can use Purging Shield for that as well. On the passive, you want to use the Aggression. That increases your damage and heal cast as well. So just to compensate a little bit for the nerf that is coming to the Fire Staff. We are still using the Guardian Boots in this one. I did experiment with the Hellion Shoes on the Refreshing Sprint, but I found that the Guardian Boots on the Rejuvenating Sprint is still the best for this one. It makes you a little bit tankier. You don't really need additional cooldowns for this specific build. So you can use your Rejuvenating Sprint, which increases your movement speed by 80% and adds 112 health over 5 seconds as well. And you use the Toughness passive for this as well. We are sticking with the Taproot. Taproot has been making a comeback. Not very expensive, actually. It's more expensive when I was using it about like a year ago. So it is definitely cheaper than in the past. It still has the same effect, which increases your health regeneration when you're out of combat, but it does give you a negative 3.7% healing received bonus. Doesn't really matter. 3.7 inside the gate is around like 2. It doesn't even really matter, to be honest with you. You just take advantage of the higher health. You're good. You want to go with the tier 4.2 as well. Based on the market that I've been buying it from, tier 4 and tier 4.2 doesn't have a lot of difference. But if you are in a server where tier 4, tier 4.1, and tier 4.2 has like significant difference, I would go with like the tier 4.1. It's more than enough. But if you are in the West server, in Fort Sterling, I bought the Taproot for around 60k, 4.2. And the tier 4 is like 4,000 less. So adding 4,000 silver, getting more health is a no-brainer. The new thing as well, as we mentioned earlier, is the Martlock Cape. Since you are not using your Cleric Robe and it doesn't suck all of your energy from that one skill, you can now use the Martlock Cape. The Martlock Cape increases your defense by 50 for 5 seconds when your health drops below 25%. That gives you an opportunity to brawl. That gives you an opportunity to deal more damage. And it's really good as well for when they are trying to kill you. Automatically pop the cape, the Martlock Cape, and you just are so defensive, so tanky, and you can just deal damage because the Fire Staff is one of the best when it comes to dealing burst damage, especially during when like people are almost dead. And we are also going to use the Pyramid Snapper. Now I have played around here a little bit and tried to save money by using the beef sandwich, which honestly you still can. You go with like a 8.1 beef sandwich, you're fine. But if you want to get that higher win rate, I still think the Pyramid Snapper is better than the beef sandwich. But again, if you're saving, you're good with beef sandwich as well. If you want to get your win rate to another level, Snapper Roast on the Pyramid Snapper. It increases your max health by 10.87% and gives you 6.62 lifesteal as well. So this works perfectly with your Taproot. Remember, you add health on your Taproot, you add percentage health on your food. So for the potions, your typical, your healing potion, really good as well because 18% restoration on your healing potion. Remember, you have higher health, so that 18% is higher because you have the taproot and you have your pyramid snapper. You also want to use the Gigantify potion as mentioned against bears and against bows. Pocket swap for all of this. The entire set right now that I'm using costs about 300k. But honestly, I'm overcompensating for like lower specs here. You can easily go for tier 5 flat on all your Hunter Hood, Mage Robe, and Guardian Boots. This is getting a little expensive, honestly. I bought this for like 64k, but this is getting a little expensive. It's still worth it though, in my opinion. At 300k, really good win rate. I highly recommend you guys try this build. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, leave them in the comment section below, or better yet, join us live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Burnstone. All right, perfect. All right, let's make this quick, Good. All right, type GG. Everything trash. That's okay. Sad, bro. It doesn't have mobility. Oh, mistimed that. Aha! GG, sir. Yo, everything trash, dude. Because of the cooldowns. Oh no. I feel bad. That has been one of the things that I have struggled with. The adding like a category. No way that hit me though. Why did I quick cast that? Look at this. GG, sir. Boom. Nice. I haven't seen people use shoot stone that much though. I could have gigantified over that. If I just lay here. Oh, it did actually hit. Yo, it actually hit. Well. Heartbreaker. Did he purposely miss that, or? Here, sir. Oh, fancy. He was waiting for my Yo, he was waiting for my food? He was waiting for my food, bro. For real? Yo, this guy waiting for my food. That's wild. GG, sir. Oh no. Wait, he has that? Did you see how much damage though? Did you see how much damage I was able to output there? They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes, so strike a violent pose. Leave you alone, but not me. I don't have any use for my... They gonna clean up your looks with all the lies in the books. Because they sleep with a gun and keep an eye on your son. Attack him. Attack him. Attack him some more. Don't slow me down, please. Don't slow me down. This time I'm not giving up. Give me your laser eyes. Give me it. Give me it. Give me it. No, it trashed. Okay, are we fighting or? What are we doing, sir? Is that Jupac? Bro, people are wildin'. Cause I'm a bad liar. Bad liar. Down, 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 down. They're not doing it in Carleon anymore?